stood out to me was when I got saved, the Lord revealed to me that reminded me of 3 consecutive dreams that I have about the world ending, and each of them happening in different stages. I remember the first one. If you watch Anaconda, you know how big snakes are, but in the dream they were extra bigger than that. And I remember they were just snatching up people, and you could just feel that you were next. And I remember the second dream had a large lawnmower just cutting down building, and people, like I could hear it, see the terror on the people's face running, and you were next, and I was still not ready. And I remember lastly I had a third dream, and this one looked similar to what the Bible says, because they weren't conventional methods of how the Bible says the world was ending. And I saw just like World War III, pitch dark, it just fire everywhere, and I remember finding myself separated from my family and in a pit. And I remember, I think this was it. You ever been in a dream and it feels like these are the ones that feel so real? And I remember just seeing the light, a countenance of a man or whatever, the statue of somebody, it was white light like, and he stretched down his hand and pulled it out. And it was after I got out of that dream, I said, I need to do something about this now. And so I decided the conversation become deeper. So you keep hearing the pulling, stop, you don't have interest in certain things you used to do. For me, I used to love dancing, going to Adventist church, school I should say. It caused you to say, I don't want to get baptized here, because I always had times when they would beckon to you to give your heart to the Lord. I said, God, I love pork and I love my pants, and those are the issues I was having. But one was like, I said, Lord, I don't see people dance and I love to dance. Not that I used to love going to dance and parties like that. I wasn't born like that, but I used to love to dance at home. When I hear music, I'm going to dance. My siblings will tell you about that. But a pivotal moment for me in my life was in 2013. I went out just the same, having these conversations over the years and realizing, yes, it's time to give my heart to Lord. So you begin to pray and doing all that you should. But at that time, I went about my day the normal that morning, brought my niece to school, stomach was hurting me. By the evening, I remember we were looking about soup, and I said, Mommy, I'm going to lie down. And all I can remember was just nothing. And when I woke up, I could only taste salt and beer rum in my mouth. That's the smell that came through my nose, and my eyes could not open. And I remember I did everything on myself on the way to the hospital. Number 1, number 2. I had about 8 or 9 doctors, the whole hospital around me, trying to figure out what was happening to me. At the time, I was asked, because they had the conception in their head that probably it's a miscarriage, she's pregnant and she's bleeding on the inside. And I was asked about, with all the doctors, one at a time, 8 doctors, imagine how frustrating that is. Are you active, or are you a virgin? And I said no. So they said I have to check. So they checked, and it was confirmed that I was still in the truth. And I had to give the consent for the surgery. They said, Mommy, we don't know what to do, but something is wrong with the doctor and we can't wait. The blood count just kept going down. I came in at 4 and it just went down to 2, and they said, no, Mom, we have to go into the surgery. And I remember going in, after going in and waking up out of the surgery, I was told that, me thinking it's one surgery I did, was told that it is 2. And it being explained to me, I was told that they went in, and when they cut, they found a cyst on one of my ovaries. So they took off the cyst, put me back on the ward. I think everything was okay, but I began to bleed again. So they moved me back into surgery, cut the ovary, thinking maybe they had cut something on it. So they took out one of my ovaries, and I was still bleeding. I remember my mother recounting the story to me, telling what a doctor said. At a point they had to stop. They said they had to stop, go up to the top now to see if it's not down here that's bleeding, where is it coming from, because it was not coming out, and the blood could be poison in the body at the time. And so they said they had to stop giving me blood at the time. And she said when water was running through my veins, you have a strong daughter, because her heart was still beating. And when they came up top, they found a splenic aneurysm, meaning it's located on the spleen. An aneurysm is like on a vessel or a vein, there is a protrusion like a balloon that just bursts. There's nothing you do that causes it. And I remember after that encounter, it is as though you begin to see life in a different light. You begin to recognize that It's not as simple as you think. A normal day can just be the twinkle of an eye gone. So I want to implore with you, whether you have low self-esteem like I did. I used to walk with my head down. I used to get to the point where for girls, probably you don't feel pretty till a guy say hypes. You don't even want to talk to them and you just want to hear it, say you look good. But I can tell you that when you come to the Lord, you recognize His true value. Probably for the guys, it's not being blown off by a girl, but by looking a second look at it, you say, man, church, it me cool. At the end of the day, I want to say your value is not in that. I want to say your purpose is on your life. Like God did for me, He can do it for you.